the deep dive. This is where we take the sources you send us and really dig in to find those key nuggets of knowledge and insight. And today, well, we're embarking on a deep dive that's fascinating, actually. It really tests how we perceive things and how much we can get from, well, very little. So our source material today is titled Excerpts from the Story of Birgi the Dog. Now, what makes this one so unique is that the entire excerpt we have is just this one phrase in Arabic, Fitige Aye, Fitkufbi. And for those who might not read Arabic, that translates pretty directly to a beautiful story about the dog Birgi. That's it. So our mission really is to explore just how much we can actually, glean, appreciate, or even infer from information that's this limited. It's about unpacking the power, maybe the profound power, of just a concise title and a single kind of emotionally charged description, even with so few words. What can we figure out about how communication works, how it primes our minds? Let's dive in.
Yeah, it's striking, isn't it? How that brief description, it's almost like a highly compressed packet of data. From a psychological angle, what we're seeing straight away is the power of priming. That's really what's happening. The word beautiful. It's not just describing something literally. It instantly triggers an effective response in you, the listener. It sets an emotional expectation before you know any narrative detail.
That's fascinating. So it's not just the dictionary meaning of beautiful, but how it immediately kind of prepares our minds, like a signal saying, okay, get ready for positive feelings. How does one adjective manage that so fast?
Well, it taps right into what linguists talk about as connotation versus denotation. Denotatively, sure, beautiful means pleasing to the senses, basically. But the connotation that carries this huge network of positive associations, things like joy, warmth, maybe inspiration, comfort even, our brains just access that network super quickly, and that establishes a foundational emotional tone for whatever story might follow. It's actually a very efficient language use.
Okay, efficient. I like that. And then you've got the subject, the dog Birgi. Not just a dog, like you said, but the dog Birgi. What's the significance there of being that specific in terms of, narrative power?
Well, naming Birgi immediately elevates things, doesn't it? It shifts it from potentially being just a generic animal story to one with a distinct character. A protagonist, really. That specificity implies a unique tale, an individual's journey, rather than just some general observation about dogs. It makes the dog the clear focus. It invests the potential story with personal agency, sets up an expectation of, well, maybe a character arc, something more than just an animal existing somewhere.
Right. So if beautiful primes our emotions, then Birgi primes us for a character-driven story. Makes sense. And then there's just the word dog itself. I mean, dogs hold such a powerful place, almost universally in human stories, across so many cultures. What does that part tell us about the likely themes, maybe the genre of a story about a dog described this way?
Exactly, you hit it. The archetype of the dog. It carries this really profound universal resonance. If you look historically, dogs often symbolize loyalty, companionship, unwavering affection, sometimes innocence, maybe even a bit of mischief or adventure. So when you pair that archetype with the word beautiful, it almost instantly signals a heartwarming narrative, doesn't it? Perhaps one focusing on themes like unconditional love or resilience, or maybe just the simple joys found in life. It's almost like genre shorthand. It cuts across cultural and linguistic barriers. You wouldn't really expect a dark, grim thriller about Birgi based on this, would you?
Absolutely not. No way. It immediately suggests something with emotional depth, not just a factual information. It's truly remarkable how just those few words can paint such a clear picture of the expected genre and the whole emotional landscape. So, okay, when you combine the emotional priming of beautiful and the character focus from Birgi, plus that universal appeal of dog, what does this tell us about communicating effectively, especially now, in this world where everyone's attention is so scarce?
Oh, it speaks volumes. It really highlights the value of linguistic economy and information density. In this era of just constant information overload, right? The ability to convey deep meaning and emotional resonance with minimal input, that's incredibly powerful. This phrase, a beautiful story about the dog Birgi, it isn't just a title, it's really an invitation. It acts like a very compelling hook in what people call the attention economy. It guides our expectations and grabs our interest almost immediately. It really showcases that sometimes less genuinely is more, particularly when each word is chosen so strategically for maximum impact.
Yeah, a masterclass in getting us hooked, like you said, before page one, even before the first sentence. So this deep dive into, well, the idea of excerpts from the story of Birgi the dog, it's really shown us something important, how even the briefest description, just a beautiful story about the dog Birgi, can spark enormous curiosity. And it sets such a profound emotional